Hello, everybody, and welcome to the G12 Network, the very best NCAA Football 14 online dynasty around. And who else could introduce a G12 better than me? That's right, the coach. Now, thank you for supporting everybody at G12. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome in, G12 Network. How are you? We're right here in the booth with me and Thrizzy. We got Kaz and his Florida State Seminoles, and we got ChuckleBerry with his Missouri Tigers. Thrizzy, how you doing? How you feeling about this game, man?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. So it's hard to know how this game's going to play out. Both people coming with two. Hold on. Let me restart because I'm new to this commentary thing. But ChuckleBerry coming off the loss against me and CazCray with a win against D's, and then following that was a loss to you. So I know he's continuing to try to get the wins, and you are, and ChuckleBerry's trying to get on the winning streak. Sorry, I'm a little bit new to this. Be patient with me.
Oh man, you're doing good. This is good. Yes, we got. I played Kaz in first week. You played Kaz 2 weeks ago. I did the Chuck game myself. I think Chuck needs to come out and play good. I think he did a lot of using with his defensive end. He's going to have to maybe make some plays on the defensive side, get on a linebacker possibly, because we know Kaz can get into these offensive momentums where he starts letting the ball fly, and he does that good with the running and the passing, and he does very well with that. So I think he needs to make good adjustments on defense and make the right adjustments throughout the game to be able to compete in this. It's going to be really good, and I think these guys are ready to go. I'm pretty sure. So I think we got Kaz. I think they said they're ready.
Oh, we're getting in quick.
Okay, so in your experience, Kaz, Thrizzy, how did you feel about Kaz? Like, what do you think you need to do to come into this game and put your foot down and make the right energy coming into it?
Well, I haven't played Kaz yet. I played against Chuck though 2 weeks ago, and so last week I played against Stoner Gamer, and he got a pretty good win against me. But playing against ChuckleBerry, I noticed, like what you said before, he does like to use the defensive line a lot, and he gets a lot of pressure in the backfield, but he needs to learn how to actually make the tackles. He's always right there. He's just got to wrap up. I'm not sure if that was a connection issue or what was going on there, but he does know how to use that position very well. And as far as Kaz goes, from what I've seen of him, he was down really early against D's in a really close match, and he just blew that thing away. So if he can get to a hot start here, I expect him to run away with it. But I'm really hoping to see Chuck come away with some adjustments here, and hopefully he can make this a competitive game, because I think a lot of people have Kaz winning this thing.
Yeah, I think they do too, especially after seeing Chuck play. Like we commentated on, he uses that defense, and he doesn't make many pre-play adjustments on the defensive side of the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see if he took any lessons from the last game that he did play, and see if he makes those and submits them into this game and sees those changes. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting also to see if Kaz can come off of that win and see if he can keep that momentum going and keep playing that good offense that we are seeing in the different Kaz. So it's going to be interesting.
Looks like we're getting started off here, man. We got Florida State is CazCray, and Missouri is being played by ChuckleBerry, both Twitch TV streamers here in the G12 network. That's what you guys will see here. If you guys are new to the G12, we are all streaming this live on Twitch TV. And I think whose stream do we have up here? I think this is Kaz's stream that we are watching. So
yeah,
it looked like he got the ball to start here.
Hey, what's good, Jeff? How you doing?
Kaz is in a good mood today. Look, he's smiling already.
Kaz he always got a good smile on, man. I love him. If you're not following him,
all the time.
What's going on, Jeff? How you doing, fam?
Here we go.
Let's go, baby.
Kaz starting off.
Yeah, pretty basic formation here, just single back. Looking to go deep early though. Great.
Oh my goodness, Florida State.
Kaz is gonna blow this thing out already. Touchdown, Florida State, first play of the game. Kaz is making a statement early, and it's just
oh my god,
That feels like a kicker kind of
Chuck
touchdown,
trying
It
to lay
looks
the
like
hit
Chuck's
stick.
user was there.
I don't want to say we
He was
scored
there,
too
just
quick.
couldn't make the play.
That's
And this is
Well,
kind of what
he's
we
starting off
didn't
this
get
one
much-
exciting.
We didn't have much time to talk during the pregame, but we had pretty much said that, Kaz can get that momentum going and he can blow this thing out of the water. And Chuck's coming off that devastating loss to Thrizzy, myself, and when he got put into a hole, it seemed like he couldn't dig himself out. So hopefully he can just kind of maintain composure here and put some points on the board.
Exactly. We're gonna have to see Chuck keep his, there's still plenty of time. We've seen a lot of games start off like this, kind of in the G12. Well, I don't know about one play bangers, but still, we've seen like big leads given up and stuff like that. You got to keep your composure. Chuck still has a lot of time. Play his game. This is just like starting the game off right here for Chuck. You got ball first. There's so much time left, so he's got to keep that composure and just do his game plan.
I'm not sure what Kaz went in with here. Okay, I thought he was going to go a little bit more aggressive, try to get more pressure on the quarterback, but it looks like he's just dropping into his zone, maybe trying to make Chuck make his own turnovers here. Chuck just goes check down.
Yeah, that was a wide receiver screen coming off to the right side right there. It was good, I guess. It was a good play to start off. They feel the momentum. There's going to be a lot of filling out. Well, at least for Chuck, not Kaz, because Kaz just went all out right there.
Let's go.
So
he's been waiting to play for like 3 hours now. So that was pretty much my game plan going up against Chuck too. Was that I knew that he hadn't played the game in so long that I would just expect him to kind of make his own mistakes, and that's kind of what you see out of Kaz here early, just dropping a lot of people back in the zones. Chuck trying to make some formation adjustments here, and he's going to continue passing the ball. There you go, little inside slant, picks up 4, and we're put at 3rd and 5.
Yeah, we see Ramrod. Thank you for the host, man. Appreciate that. Welcome in, everybody coming in from Ramrod's stream. But yeah, we did see Chuck run the ball quite a few times. I think he ran the ball a lot against you last time he played. So it's a little. It looks like he has seen that. It looks like he has making that adjustment, coming out both times in shotgun. Now coming out 3 times in shotgun. So we're seeing a little bit of change here from Chuck.
Yeah, it's a little surprising to me. I thought that he would get the ground game running a little bit more. Nice catch there, and it's a first down for ChuckleBerry. He gets the first down of the game. Even though the score is 7-0, it's the first down of the game for Chuck.
Yeah, great play. Little risky, but he made the right. His cornerback was behind that guy, so that was a good play, good catch and run right there. So well done by Chuck.
Yeah, like I was saying before, I assumed that he would be coming out with the run because he was very successful in the run against me. He just kind of abandoned it because he got down so early in the game. But with this game, I mean, we got plenty of time. Still looking at that short wide receiver screen. He picks up 6. I mean, dink and dunk. That's his game right now.
Yeah, doing really good with that, I guess. Kaz he's going to have to make an adjustment on these as he sees it. I expect Kaz to make the adjustments to these little plays, but that might be opening up the big play. It'd be interesting to see if Chuck, because we didn't see a lot of big plays against you, so it'd be interesting to see if Kaz makes that adjustment and then Chuck takes a shot here soon.
Yeah, I think I'm noticing that Kaz likes to come in with a lot of like 1 down lineman, 2 down lineman. I'm not sure if that's his defensive strat, but he might have to switch that up here because obviously Chuck's finding holes in the zone here.
It's like we got a blitz coming.
Read op. No, play action fake, and it's another catch by ChuckleBerry down to the 40-yard line. Big pickup here on 2nd down. 21-yard reception, Daniel Parker Jr.
I'm really trying to figure out why.
Good play by Chuck. Kaz definitely brought the house right there. Kind of weird because Chuck's been getting the ball out of his hands so quick. So I don't know how much that would have done right there, but
he's opening up.
Yeah, he is definitely opening up.
Or excuse me, 5 for 5. He's looking good. 1st and 10 here for ChuckleBerry. Looking to throw again, and he's going to take a shot. He gets picked off.
I directed that.
Too many hands in the cookie jar.
Turnover chain.
CazCray with the interception.
There's that shot that we were talking about a few plays ago, and Kaz, it looks like his corner was absolutely ready for it. Was no movement right there for that wide receiver right there. So good play by the Florida State cornerback right there. Wow, that was crazy. This game is this might blow up right here.
This is not good for Chuck. Obviously, he was feeling confident in the passing game, stuck with it. 6 straight passing plays to start out here in first quarter. Was feeling himself there a little bit too much. Nice defensive stop by Chuck, though. It gets it to a 2nd 11, 1-yard loss.
Yeah, it was interesting to see Chuck actually. I know we said we were going to see it take a shot, but I didn't see where maybe a run play would have been better right there before a shot. He did a good play action play before that. I didn't. Kaz wasn't showing that he was going to stop it, so I would have liked to seen a run before a shot right there. But here we
Yeah,
go, Kaz second possession.
That is not what you want to see out of Chuck here early.
Ooh.
A little simple out route, and he picks up a good 15 there. 17, excuse me.
Man, these guys are threading the needle, aren't they?
Yeah, no doubt. I
Right
mean,
there.
sometimes you got to do that in these online games. You
Man, that's a pick
the
six.
user ability is sometimes not as strong in an online game due to the latency. And if you're feeling it, and you have the user abilities to outman your other opponent, I mean, just throw it and see what happens. And I think maybe that's what Chuck was trying to do with that interception.
Yeah, that is a good point on the latency because I get pretty pissed off because I'm not used to it yet. Making those pregame adjustments and then getting stuck on like a cornerback or a lineman, I get pissed when I can't make my adjustments.
We got a little switch up of pace here. Our first running play of the game, already halfway through the first quarter here, and CazCray picks up 8, solid run.
Thing is, bro,
Fantasy World subscribes as a tier 1. They subscribed for 6 months. Thank you so much, Fantasy World. That's awesome, awesome. The godfather of the G12. So, thank you.
Like CazCray gonna again try to pound this ball in 2nd and 2, just get easy first downs. Yep, right up the pipe, 4-yard gain. Move the sticks.
Yeah, this is I said this for the I've done I think this is like I played Kaz and I think this is my second game with Kaz hosting him. And I tell this every week when I do this, he does a really good job of doing the run and passing and making that combination throughout the game. In the first week when he played me, they were kind of spurty, but like I told people last week, he's kind of figuring out a great way to figure out like to get the pass and the run, and it's not spurty anymore. It's more consistent.
First and 10 roll out right here, and he's wide open. That's Thompson out there all the way down to the 10. I was going to say 20, but it's down to the 10. Picks up 10 extra yards there after the missed tackle. And Kaz is vibing. Look at him. He's looking good.
Yes. Kaz with great offensive possession, great defensive possession. Kaz couldn't have want to started any better in this game. At Missouri, Florida State is coming out rumbling, bumbling, and firing, baby, and I love it.
Surprised to see the pass play here. Oh, I thought that was intercepted. How is that not intercepted? ChuckleBerry is going to be throwing his hat pretty soon here. There is no way that should not have been intercepted.
As soon as I throw it, the backer drops back in.
Here we go. Yeah, Kaz coming in, 2nd down, 10. Like that, I'm assuming he's going to come to this run game. It's guarantee a running is going to be coming, or play action maybe. But like I said, Kaz is going to good at that run pass formation. So I'm going to assume a run here.
Yeah, it looks like a tight formation. Looks like he's probably just going to try to pound the ball, get this thing closer to the red zone or in the end zone. Nope, not quite. Down to the 3rd and 2. What do we got? A first down on the 1?
Great stretch play. Here comes a hurry up.
Yeah, catching him off guard here.
I like it. I like what I see from Kaz so far. And you're noticing that Chuckle is not making any adjustments right here, right up the middle because when he gets
awesome though. 4th and 1. Do you take the field goal here? I mean, if it's me, I'm going. But
I'm doing a come out in a quarterback sneak if Chuck doesn't make an adjustment. If you haven't noticed that yet from Kaz, quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and
Chuck
in my
doesn't scrunch his line.
In my week 2 matchup against ChuckleBerry, D-Bog Nasty was running rampant because he would not pinch the line, and it was basically just like a free lane all the way up through the middle. And he's coming out goal line here, which is good. But let's see if he has the user ability to stop this. No.
Ooh, he got it.
Oh, he turns him over. Chuck.
Wow.
Let's go. Let's make this thing a game, boys. I thought for sure that thing was in. I even said no. I was like, there's no way. That's in.
I was just super expecting quarterback sneak.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, you feel something. I think Kaz might have thought that he was going to pressure to the inside, try to catch him off guard, go outside, but that's pretty risky in a 4th and 1 situation, especially on goal line. Now, what's Chuck going to do here on the 1? I mean, you're really risking a safety here. You got to come out with something, I would assume, pretty conservative. I mean, you don't really want to be taking a long. You don't want to come out like 4 verts here or anything. You probably want to just do like fullback dive, maybe get you some cushion.
Yeah, he's gonna come out here in a shotgun. I'm expecting maybe another screen.
Oh, he's wild.
Excellent.
Oh,
Okay,
he's wild.
good play.
I'll tell you what, Chuck can play.
Great
Man's
play,
confidence
Chuck.
is unmatched. I would not have that amount of confidence, especially coming off the interception. No way.
Other than the interception, I'm liking this new thing from Chuck, baby. I'm really loving this. I don't think, has he ran the ball once?
That stop was just
Man.
enormous for Chuck, let me tell you guys.
Different
is-
Chuck.
He's playing good. Other than that interception.
I mean, once he puts some points on the board, I'll say he's playing pretty well. But until then, we're just going to keep it as he needs to do something different here.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
We see an inside run. See, that's what I'm talking about. He gets good 5-yard rush there, moves the chains. He needs to start mixing it up. You don't want to let Kaz get into a rhythm here and keep dropping like 8, 9 into coverage. You're going to run yourself into trouble.
I'm not liking it. I don't know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Now, Audie, we just
Chuck,
back down the
are we?
field and
I
actually
didn't
score.
see if he changed his playbook. I didn't see what playbook he did against you, so that's going to be interesting. Maybe I go back and look at that. I want to see what playbook he chose this time between this game and you. Be interesting to see because another shotgun formation comes out here.
That was not the
Let's go.
And it
Let's
looks like
go.
triple option. Lose 3.
I'm liking the spread out.
Yeah, I think he was coming with a spread against me too. Didn't see much of the triple option, but I did see a lot of the read option and a lot of the like inside posts, outside curls, and the street routes for sure.
How are you, Hypnotic? Everybody coming in and trickling in here to the G12. Thank you so much for showing up. I hope you guys are enjoying your day, having an awesome night. And thank you so much for the support here against Kaz and his Florida State Seminoles and ChuckleBerry and his Missouri Tigers. So thank you guys.
Let's go, baby.
Double halfback set, play action is sacked, 6-yard loss, 3rd and 19, and Chuck's in trouble.
Yeah, it looks like he tried to do that play action. That was a second, and I think Kaz kind of knew. He brought good time to bring pressure right there.
Yeah, perfect timing. He blew the play up before Chuck had a chance to even smell anything. This is really bad for Chuck here, but he can definitely make some headway depending on how deep he wants to go here. I mean, it'd be really disappointing if he were to turn the ball over here, especially given the field position. So,
Oh, are you kidding me?
yeah, definitely. Oh, catch! Chuck is just making play after play, keeping himself in this game. It's a first down for Chuck. Insane.
Yes, Kaz's reaction right there. I probably would have had the same one.
Yeah,
That's brutal. Well,
keeper guy.
Emix, thank you for the gifted sub to the G12 Network. That's 24 in this channel. Thank you so much. Enjoy the sub badge and the sub emotes. Thank you, Emig. I appreciate that. Well, the G12 appreciates that. Sorry, instincts.
Coming again with that double halfback set. Maybe going triple option again, but no, it's just a handoff inside, gains 2. Read well by CazCray.
It's good to see these guys filling each other out. We've seen electric plays early. It looks like it's going to be the end of the first quarter. So it's good to see Chuck kind of doing some new things. Kaz playing good on defense. He bend but didn't break. He did give up that touchdown, but he kind of changed it there. He bend but didn't break a huge 4th and goal. He stopped Kaz. But I still like Kaz on offense. He's still moving the ball, the both possessions that he got. So these guys are – it's going to see how much Chuck can hold on and how much Kaz, if he can hold on to this momentum on the offensive side of the ball.
So
A lot of frustrating
all we
stuff.
gotta do, we gotta get Henry and
If you're Kaz here, Thrizzy,
That stop was huge for him.
after giving up that kind of a big play on 3rd and 19, Chuck's kind of been moving the ball up the field. How are you feeling? Do you have any adjustments, do you think, Kaz yet?
I don't think you make any adjustments if you're Kaz here. I mean, he's looked great despite the couple of big plays by Chuck. I mean, Kaz defensively has looked pretty solid in my opinion. I don't think you come out here and do anything drastic. Chuck seems to be just barely squeaking it in there. So for Kaz to come out and do something different, I think he's going to put himself at risk. I think we kind of know what Chuck wants to do here. He's going to work the passing game and the play action. So just keep the pressure on, and hopefully he can force another turnover here. Going up the middle with another risky pass, but man, Chuck is cold-blooded, man. I don't know how he has the instinct to just throw these things into coverage, but it's gonna come back to haunt him one of these times.
Yeah, I completely agree. The last few weeks there's been some interesting play, man. There's a lot of risk in it for the biscuit the last few weeks. Not to bring up the Stoner game, but there's a lot of risk in it for the biscuit, man.
Hey. All right.
I know. I shouldn't have said that.
Lucky we got a little game tomorrow. Maybe we could settle this as men, huh?
Oh yes, yes. Me and Thrizzy play tomorrow. So if you guys aren't gonna, you guys be in here for that. It's at what 8 Central?
7 o'clock Central. Nasty Natty versus Drizzy. Miami Hurricanes at the Cincinnati Bearcats. I believe we're going into Ohio and we're gonna get the win. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and I think Miami's coming into Ohio, and I think Cincinnati's going to get the win. So it's going to be absolutely fun. Hopefully, I can bounce back from getting thrashed by Ohio State. So this is both a bounce back game for us. So it's going to be fun. I can't wait, honestly.
4th and 8 here for Chuck. He's got to punt it, no doubt about it. Nice punt though. It gets it within the 30. It looked like, or pretty close to it. And he's got to
way to flip the field.
Stop here.
Yeah, huge stop there for Kaz. He kind of the wishing well kind of ran dry there from Chuck on that drive. So it's going to be good to see here. Kaz keep that momentum and that fire offense coming in. So it's going to be, can Chuck make the stops? Because bending but breaking might hurt him because he might break, and he's down 7. So it's going to be interesting to see.
That was interesting, but he decides to go into verticals here. He sees something different. Doesn't look like Terry's covered by anybody. Chuck not making any adjustments here. He's going to have a lot of mismatches here. And what is Kaz going to do with it? He's going to take a shot, and he gets into Missouri territory, down to the 45, I believe it was. 20-yard reception.
Yeah, that was I didn't see his first play he came out in, but he came out in the Wildcat. Okay, and then he switched to Hail Mary.
He was in the 3 down lineman, so he audibled out of it. But great pickup there by Kaz. You noticed that. I think he's noticing that ChuckleBerry does not make a lot, of adjustments, and that's gonna hurt him down the road here.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that we commented on. It's Chuck. We like seeing what Chuck's doing on offense, even though he's kind of been sputtering out. But once again, coming into this week, Chuck's not making many adjustments on the defensive side of the ball, and that might hurt him, especially with a player like Kaz, noticing that as you just seen on that play, making these pregame adjustments versus not making pregame adjustments. It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, nothing really you could say. If you have a certain game plan that you're going to come into the game with, you don't want to adjust too much on the fly. You can get caught off guard, caught with your pants down, so to say. And it's a great option. And like I said this before in the pre-show, that Chuck is very good at blowing these plays up, but he just he touches them and he doesn't get the wrap-up tackle. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe it's just a simple, you gotta just slow down a little bit, not rush the edge so fast. But he gives up another, 5 yards on something that he could have had for a negative yard loss.
Yeah, that was one thing I did see. He blows that up, but we did commentate on that a little bit the previous week with maybe slowing down and coming to like a linebacker stance and let that quarterback run into you right there, because we've seen that 100 times where Kaz blows it up but just can't, gets that EA animation. I don't know, rubbery. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. But he's still putting them into a 3rd and 3 situation. Kaz has to make a play here. I don't know if he can go for it unless he can pick up the first down.
Here we go. Rolls out to the right.
Looks like he's got it covered, but it's a curl route, and Kaz picks up the first down. Beautiful play.
Good play right
We got to see a little bit more pressure from ChuckleBerry, but it's hard to do when you're dealing with such a fast quarterback from Florida State there.
Yeah, I think Chuck's, adjustments here. This is another coming back on the adjustments. Quarterback spy would kind of help that, because at any of these times right now, if Kaz doesn't see that, he could also run for 7 yards on these plays every time he rolls out.
Kaz getting to the outside here on the left. He's got the first down. He's got the touchdown. Touchdown, CazCray, and he's going to take a 13-0 lead, opening up the second quarter here with another touchdown against ChuckleBerry and the Missouri Tigers. Missouri Tigers.
Yep. Big play right there by Florida State, and you've seen a little bit of the stick skills right there. Little wiggle and get in the end zone. Beautiful play. Way to get back to that run game. He passed, he ran, he passed, and then finished it off with a run play. So beautifully done by Kaz, going back onto that game plan where he does so good is that pass and run. And once again, we see it. And now Florida State up 14-0 as ChuckleBerry gets the ball back. What does Chuck have to do to bounce back here? What do you have to see different here, Thursday?
I need to see him run the ball. As much as I hate to say it, I know he's down 14-0 here, but his ability to run the ball is much better than his ability to pass the ball at the moment. We have Kaz that's dropping a lot of people down in the zones, and he's just waiting to get these interceptions. You need to make him at least respect the run. You still have 5 minutes to work here in the second quarter. Just don't get too aggressive here. You still have a chance to win this thing. Yeah, don't let this 14-0 lead get to your head, man. Just run your game plan and pound the ball up the middle. Kaz
Absolutely,
is
I
aggressive.
completely
It looks
agree.
like he's coming with a full blitz. Maybe he might be sniffing
Loading the
something.
box.
Yeah, loading the box for sure, and he just blows it up.
That's two
Just
games in a row that
maybe
he's
that's
beaten
why I'm
us
in the
by
booth. I was just like, hey, you got to run the ball. And he's like, all right, I'll run the ball. And he just gets blown up in -4.
Yeah, it was just one of those plays where, like, I think Kaz knew it was coming because, like, Chuckle hasn't ran the ball that much this game, and then he comes out in this formation. I don't think we've seen yet where the fullback is down by the line of scrimmage, but he's still in this formation of shotgun. But it's a more of a running version of the shotgun. So I think Kaz knew, and it was first down coming into a new drive. That was kind of an obvious play where we're gonna, and now he drops back into coverage because now it's clearly a passing drive.
How you doing, Neil? How you doing?
Yeah, and
he
trying to
threw.
protect this route, and that's it's gonna start making both of us sweat here. I mean, you got to make a better read than that one. He was completely covered. I'm surprised it's not intercepted. But ChuckleBerry here, we've seen him convert on 3rd and long before. He can definitely do it again.
Yeah, that was that halfback angle that we see a bunch of in this G12 that I've noticed. And that linebacker was just sitting on it. Chuckle has to be very careful here. He's getting into these formation or these points of the drive where it's like 3rd and long, 2nd and long, where it's kind of obvious, and we call that boxing. And Kaz is he doesn't want to get boxed here. So Kaz is coming in now, 3rd and 14.
Yeah, he's kind of showing blitz, but he's dropping a lot of people into coverage, trying to make. Whoa, nice try, ChuckleBerry. I mean, it was kind of there. I know you're probably oofing because you saw one streaking down the field. I saw the same thing too, but it's so much easier to call it in the booth than it is when you're actually running the plays. I mean, it is what it is.
Absolutely.
I think ChuckleBerry's got a punt here, and hopefully he does not give up another score.
Yeah, that was like just like the play before. That was where we got. He's kind of getting boxed. So it was a 3rd and long. It's an obvious passing formation, and he stopped it. Florida State.
Good. Gets it to the 50, and that's a great punt return here by Kaz, and he's trying to put this thing out of reach in the first half.
Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Crate community.
Oh, that was Kaz stream. Let's follow. Okay, so I thought that was us. I was like, who followed? Yep, great punt return there from Kaz. Here he comes out. Do you start taking maybe like trying to? Do you stick to your game plan? Do you try to take some time? Because who got ball? I think does Chuck get ball in half?
Chuck gets ball at half, I believe. Kaz came out with the first play of the game touchdown, so it should be Missouri ball at half.
So it looks like I would take maybe a little bit time here. Rolls out.
Oh, he's just coming out aggressive. He's slinging the thing. Let's go down to the 21. Another big pickup here by CazCray, and he's just having fun.
Yeah, he made about 2 or 3 adjustments right there before that play. If you feel confident in your game, I guess, like, hey, I'm right with it, baby. Let that sucker fly. I mean, Kaz is up. He's filling up. He thinks he can dominate the rest of this game. I guess there's no need to stop him. If he feels confident on defense, on offense, let it fly.
You can see Blackman already 6 for 7, like almost 200 yards. Just having a field day out here. Blackman again going, dropping back to pass, and it's short, open middle. Thompson runs into a defender, picks up almost a first down, 2nd and inches.
Hypnotic gifting 2 tier 1 subs to the G12 network. Thank you so much, Hypnotic. She gave one to AZI and Mr. Woo 21. Thank you so much. If you got to gift a sub from Hypnotic, enjoy the sub badges, enjoy the sub emotes, and thank you, Hypnotic, for supporting the G12. And I hope you're enjoying your day and having a great night. Thank you again.
I think Kaz is coming out here still, treating this like any other game. He's not going to take any chances here. Maybe fullback dive up the middle, something really simple. Going to get the first down with the chains, and another first down for Kaz.
This is it. I don't like the way this game's starting off, and I hope it doesn't keep going like this. I hope Chuck makes some adjustments, but Kaz is doing whatever he wants, and it's not even close. It's not like we see Chuck making these needle throws. We've seen a couple from Kaz, but Kaz on every single one of these throws. I mean, all of these guys are wide open. The run plays are getting their run plays, so yards. It's looking good for Kaz.
Yep. Looks like he's coming in a passing play. So it'll be rolling out left. Got nobody open, and he's going to take a sack. ChuckleBerry's, red zone defenses look pretty sharp today. He hasn't. I don't think he's given up a touchdown in the red zone. Well, maybe that run was a touchdown in the red zone, but he did have that 4th down stop on the goal line, so there's something to look forward to.
I had RB open though.
Absolutely. He has been doing all right in the red zone. But again, you're putting a lot of stress on your defense coming down, and Kaz is doing everything he wants right now.
He just comes out with 5
another wide receiver
right into the end zone. And it's a 20-0 lead for Florida State. Another big touchdown by Kaz. And ChuckleBerry is going to be in some trouble.
Huge play from Kaz right there with the outs.
Yeah, the outs and linebacker just can't cover it. It's simple mathematics.
A dime.
Wide receiver probably going to be faster than the linebacker.
I got a split controller. You want one?
Yeah, perfect deal for Dimer right there.
Yeah,
Kaz.
Like the mix between Gun.
This is not looking pretty for Chuck. I hope Chuck come get some points. He has to get points before halftime. Must. If he gets a touchdown before half, take some time. He gets ball at half as well. This game could turn right back around.
Or
As
how
we get
about
a big play right here.
Get it, Chuck.
Good tackle.
Oh, he had a big return there, all the way down to the 35-yard line, 39-yard return. That's what Chuck needed to get this thing in there.
I have some split.
Yeah, he's got to get this momentum going now. We got to see. We got the guy in the booth, me and Nasty 90 Gaming. We got Thrizzy on my side here so far. How are you enjoying it, Thrizzy? Is it your first time, right?
Yeah, this is my first time doing the G12 commentary. I'm having a blast. I like to give my own insights on the game, but I know that my opponent is sitting right across from me, and I don't want to give him too many tips. I don't need to make him better at the game. He's already good enough. So I'm just going to hold my P's and Q's and on a play.
Here we go.
He busts one off. That's a 26-yard rush. Biggest play by ChuckleBerry in offense. Let's go, baby.
Here we go, Chuck, baby. Here we go, man. Keep it going. I like the momentum we got here. We're just like we just talked about. Getting the momentum plays, making big plays before halftime.
Big play. I haven't seen that yet from him. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of read options and triple options. He's like, man, let's just sweep this thing. And, of course, he picks up a huge chunk, over 20 yards there.
Absolutely. I think Kaz thought he was going to come out in passing to be desperate, but Chuck's being really good to keep his composure and coming out and running, still playing his game. Ooh. I just need to stop talking, Thrizzy. I just need to stop talking.
Just trying to set up the screen, and he just gets dunked on in the backfield, loses 11. Unfortunate for ChuckleBerry. Just when the momentum was on his side, he gets just taken back in time, and now he's facing a 2nd and long again. I mean, it almost feels like a loved one is in the hospital or something. You're just like, it hurts. Like I hate to see it. I mean, we want to see ChuckleBerry do well here, and just when he's getting back on his feet, he just gets knocked right back down.
Yes. You want to hit on Florida State's record or schedule?
Oh, Florida State, they have Hardcore coming up next. Is that week 5 is not? Well, we're already in the week 5, and Hardcore is not an easy out. I'll tell you that. Hardcore looked incredible against Yofi, and he is definitely going to be the boogeyman in this G12. He is good. And I like to see what CazCray can do against him. I know, obviously, we have Rocky Top going up against him. I believe that's Wednesday this week. That should be a very good match. A lot of people are sleeping on Rocky Top, but I think he is legit one of the top 3 guys in the G12. He's an absolute killer in these online dynasties. Plays a ton of them, so he has the experience, and he knows the Tennessee Volunteers more than anybody else. He knows them more than I know Miami, and probably more than you know Cincinnati. So Rocky Top and him and his Tennessee Volunteers are going to have a really good one against Hardcore in the Penn State Nittany Lions this Wednesday.
Absolutely. That game against Yofi and Hardcore was a brutal one, but it was impressive to see what Hardcore could do with the Penn State football team, and that's why I have him at my number 1 as of right now, because of the fact that he did what he did with Penn State. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, but the Tennessee – Rocky Top, it's going to be interesting to see how he comes in his first game. He had 3 buys.
Mm-hmm. SEC standings, we see here Oklahoma State and MacDub 1-0, getting the win against Thrizzy, sitting on top of the leaderboard there. I'm feeling
we're just punching bags right now.
Yeah, man. I'm getting bodied out here. 5 wide
every game.
4th and 21 on the 50. This is a big play by ChuckleBerry here.
Let's go.
He's looking for it, and he's going to take another sack.
Around 5 months ago.
And it's like, It's like it's like middle school all over again. Sack lunch. He goes down. That's -30 on that last possession.
I had plenty of time.
And Kaz is going to be in
God,
position.
it's first and 10.
On the board.
Yeah, minute 53. Kaz has 2 timeouts. It might, hopefully it doesn't, but it's getting kind of out of hand here. Florida State moving up the field. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, coming out low, conservative. I think he wants to get this thing down to the end of the quarter, at least come away with the 21-0 or maybe the 24-0. ChuckleBerry coming up next. Yofi, Fantasy World League, Baker Vision, D's, and Nasty Natty. Yofi's not going to be easy, and Fantasy World is not going to be easy as well with the Texas squad. Texas is a very good squad. And I think Missouri, I think he's a Missouri homer, but Missouri just overall, I don't think their talent is as good as maybe like a Notre Dame or Texas. So
It's going to be interesting.
when it gets bad, it just gets worse for ChuckleBerry sometimes. But we're pulling for him. Let's go.
Here we go, another play action.
That was so late.
Ooh.
Ooh, he gets the catch. What was that, 1 foot in? 3rd inches. I thought it was down, but
See, that pass is
we got Kaz firing all cylinders here. 9 for 10, 232 and 2 for James Blackman in the first half. That's the first half.
Yeah, player of the game, question mark.
Yeah, could be.
3rd and inches.
Let's go.
Yep, real conservative here, just going with the power O. Straight up the side, 6-yard rush. Minute 11 left to go here in quarter number 2. Like I said, I think Kaz is just trying to come away with 3 here, get this time down all the way to nothing, make sure ChuckleBerry has no chance of getting back into this thing. He goes up 24-0. That's almost a nail.
Yeah, if I'm Kaz, and the way my offense is moving, I don't know if I'm going for 3. I'm trying to nail the coffin. I'm going for 6 here.
All
Incomplete
prizes,
pass.
completion for Blackman. And we're going to go to 2nd and 10. 51's tweaking out. You can't believe that. He's up 21-0.
Yeah, we got 57 seconds. Kaz is looking amazing right now before halftime. Hopefully Chuck can hold him to 3. If you're Kaz, you need at least get 3 to capitalize on a turnover. Or 4th, he turned the ball over. Sorry. So it's going to be Chuck needs to, please, Chuck, just do something here. Come on.
He's coming off the edge, and he just lets Blackman slip away, and he throws on the run, and it's to McDonald down to the 5-yard line. 50 seconds left to go. Well managed here by CazCray. Beautiful play. He gets down to the goal line again, and this is not looking good. I swear I've said that about 100 times, but the story still remains.
If I'm Chuck, every time you get momentum on, or not momentum, but you get pressure on Blackman, if you're going to play the defensive end, you got to at least have some kind of like adjustment where, okay, send blitz from one side, force Blackman to go outside. You have to use, if you're going to use the lineman, use them then. You need to run out with Blackman and be ready for that. That would be a great way to stop that kind of rollout run.
To the 1-yard line.
I'm just trying to make sure.
Corbin, 56, averaging 5. He's got 1 touchdown too. Another potential player of the game. I mean, we're pretty much locking in on only offensive players here for Kaz because that's a lot of what we've seen. We've seen the 1 interception by Kaz early in the game, and we've also seen the deep bomb. But most time it's been Kaz just running his offense and doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, he hasn't had anything to answer Kaz as he gets a fullback dive right up the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State to go up 28-0.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, can't knock it. You see what's happening. Kaz is playing great on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. He's made the right adjustments on defense. We've seen him give up a few big plays to Chuck, but he comes back, makes the adjustment, and gets him into these long 4th and 21s, 3rd and 28s, and just his pressure on the quarterback has been phenomenal, and that's leading to obviously 0 points for Missouri. But here is Chuck stuff. I thought he had an outlet there, but not quite. 17 seconds. I don't know what you do here if you're Chuck. You've already tried to take shots down the field. They haven't worked out. Maybe just try to get this thing in the half and have a Gatorade and try to regroup. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, he might need a little bit more than Gatorade. Maybe take some of Mac Dub's crown or something. Maybe take a knee into this halftime. I don't think this coach is going to be very happy with this team.
No, and it might. I mean, he come off the loss week 2, has a bye week, and then here in week 4, He's going up against Kaz, who's coming off a tremendous victory against D's Diabetes and his South Carolina squad, and Kaz is just rolling. I'm afraid to even play this guy. I think he, with his play over the past 6 quarters, has made him a top 5 player for sure.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, as we end the first half there, Kaz just showed out a 28-0 Florida State against ChuckleBerry's Missouri team. It's not looking pretty. Chuck needs to make his halftime adjustments. Has to make something. He has to see what's happening here, as we're talking about, Thrizzy. If you're Chuck here, Thrizzy, what do you think needs to happen?
Well, you have to score. I mean, you can't win the game without scoring. So I think he's doing the best of his ability to try to move this ball down the field. He's taking shots. He's trying to mix in play action, read options. It's just that Kaz is coming with this tremendous pressure that he can't get anything rolling. So maybe you just start out real simple. Do a little halfback slip screen. Try to get this ball moving. Try to make his aggression work against him and get this ball down the field. I mean, we've tried to throw the ball deep. We've tried to do these triple option things, and they're just not working. So you have to be able to make these adjustments, and hopefully the playbook is deep enough to where you can make those adjustments. But we've said adjustments about 100 times today, and it's just not it's not in the vocabulary sometimes. You just come in with a game plan and it doesn't work out and you just take the L. But hopefully Chuck can at least change what he's trying to do. If not, maybe just do halfback slams up the middle, go fullback dives. I don't care what you do, just move these chains, try to make this thing closer. You're not going to be able to do that by forcing turnovers into coverage. So I think he's gotten lucky in this first half. I think we could have seen at least 2 or 3 more interceptions. He just has to come up with a different game plan. That's all.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think Chuck, I think maybe we just give up on the adjustment word and try to. I don't know if he doesn't get it, if he doesn't get to making those adjustments, maybe just try to get into something to get positive yards. Try to just find something positive out of this game. I don't know how his mindset. There's a whole half. If 28 points can be scored, there's damn right he can score. 28, 35. I believe in it. I really do. Chuck's a great player. And he's just gonna. I liked when he was making those quick passes. He was getting the ball out quick, and he kind of abandoned that just a little bit. But yeah, we just got to see. We got to see something. We got to see something from her. It's gonna get bad.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy. I know he's coming out here trying to win games, and to come out 28-0 first half has got to be a real heartbreaker. This is his first home game, I believe, too. So. He does get the ball,
Missouri.
So he does get the ball first. So if it could start anywhere, it's got to start here. I mean, you have to be able to do something here. Maybe you just come out and Hail Mary and just say, "Screw it, man." I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the Hail Mary will work, or maybe come out like you and just come up with the triple option, switch the whole playbook at a half. I don't know. Could do that.
Yeah, the triple option. It'll put you into an elite category. There's a category of being great, and then you run the triple option, and then you're elite. And that's what it comes down to. And if Chuck wants to, call me real quick before this game starts for the halftime, I'll definitely throw him in some, throw some plays in there that he can maybe use. But yeah, he gets ball here at half. That's positive. He needs to be able to get positive yards. He needs to do anything possible to at least stay out of negativeness. So he's getting sacked. He needs to avoid sacks. Maybe scroll around the pocket a little bit. Go into this under the center. He has to make something happen. I know he sees it. I know he knows. So it's going to be interesting to see, and it's going to be also interesting to see if Kaz can keep this momentum going into the second half and finish this game off.
Yeah, and I think we've said a lot about Chuck, but not enough about Kaz and his adjustments. We've seen him drop a lot of people into coverage, and then the next play. Whoa, okay. Sorry, I got a little bit confused. I thought he was going to the wrong end zone. I thought he was just going to try to score there. Try to score in the worst way possible. Kaz has made a lot of great defensive adjustments. He came out really soft, and he came in with this like 7 deep zone or 8 deep zones, and then all of a sudden he just come with like seven man blitz, and like, what the heck was that? And you got to give credit to Kaz for making these adjustments on defense. As much as we like to kind of throw ChuckleBerry under the bus for making mistakes, a lot of it is to do with Kaz and his adjustment.
You're absolutely right. Kaz is playing phenomenal on the defensive ball. And like you said, maybe putting Chuck into these situations where he is throwing, like you said, 9 deep or 10 deep and then coming right back at you with sending fucking 8. So it's definitely a good thing to call out that Kaz is playing phenomenally on both sides of the ball.
This is what Chuck needs. First play, 13-yard reception. I think Kaz might have got flipped into the player lock there. I don't know if he was trolling or what was going on, but it didn't work for him because he gives up 13 here on first play of the third quarter.
Hey, you know what? Chuck will take whatever he can get, okay? We'll take everything they want to throw at us.
You can come out with field goal formation right now and just do like a field goal fake run or something. I'd pop for it.
It would probably be the play of the game. That would be interesting to see.
He played the game. But he's still trying out here, man. Give the man props. He's still hanging in there. It stinks to lose, and it stinks to go down by this much. That's another. Whoo, hey! Oh, he was there. He was there. Dalen Knox, 13
This is what we talked about, man. These fast plays. This is what I like to see. It was working. It was working. And Kaz didn't kind of make any adjustments to it, and he kind of abandoned it. So I like this. I like this quickness. If he's going to send a house, throw it quick. Get out of your gang's hand. And that means it's going to open up the defense, which means open up the run. So hopefully Chuck adjusts to that. So I like this. I like this first coming out. Here comes the run that we just talked about, right up the gut. That's where. Here we go.
Look at that. Great. Perfect by Chuck. Coming with 2 quick passing plays and then switches up to a halfback sweep. This is what we want to see out of ChuckleBerry.
He did this very well in the first quarter, and he, like we said, we abandoned it. But this is good. This is good. We like to see it.
Yeah, 3 plays, 3 first downs. Just keep that going. Like you don't have to get the first down every time, and if it's not there, don't force it. Just play your game. You have 4 downs to do it. Don't take that big sack, and don't turn the ball over here. You keep moving, keep going.
Exactly. Keeping Kaz honest is very important.
Yeah, it's like a ladder. You don't just jump to the top rung, right? You go rung by rung. Unless you're Kaz, then you just yeet it and just score a touchdown on the first play. Another halfback sweep here, and he picks up 3. Better than -10.
I like it. Yeah, exactly. And he's getting positive plays like we talked about, and that's what creates momentum. He's just got to capitalize on these drives. He's got to finish these drives to get back into this game. Yeah, this is good. This is perfect. This is what we like to see. We just talked about it, so he's executing it absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, it looks like Kaz trying to step it up here. Looking at his defensive play calling here, trying to come up with a answer for this inside sweep or outside sweeps, I guess, through the shotgun formation. And interesting play, and it hits. That's a great play, too. 18-yard reception by Bannister, and Chuck is rolling.
Yeah, we're seeing these fast passes. Okay, Kaz makes adjustment. Chuck comes out, makes his adjustment, run right up the middle. Okay, fast pass. Okay, Chuck, he knows Kaz is gonna. He takes a little bit more time. I don't know if you noticed that, but he's getting deeper into this defensive playbook. Comes in, fakes the short pass, hits him with the little. That play didn't develop as good as it was because that's an out route or a long go route, but that was a good adjustment. Chuck's making these adjustments on the offense of the ball.
Confidence was there, but the user was not. He still picks up 2, but it looked like he could add a little bit more if he bounced to the outside. Again, easier to call in the booth when you're not playing the game. I still like the play as long as you're not taking these large losses early in the possession. That's fine with me, man. Get the 2. Live on to see another day.
Absolutely, yeah. And we've seen a couple drives where Chuck was in scoring formation, and he was sacked out of field goal range. So that's points taken away. So it's very important. So he sets his players up to succeed, and that's what we're seeing. So if you don't see anything, okay, run the ball, get positive yards. That was good instead of backing up 5 yards and taking a sack.
Yeah,
I think Chuck's starting to feel like he knows that he can get something going here. What is he going to do, though? Another mess up by Kaz, and he actually gets to play as a user lock. He locks onto a linebacker. I'm not sure. Is that on purpose? Does he do that at times, or is that just an accidental thing that he does?
That's an accidental thing that you can like. If you're going, you're going hard. Okay, so that means you're being hard on this controller. So when you're clicking up to attack the line, you hold in the right stick or the left stick. I forget which one it is because it just happens so randomly. But you lock into that. That's total accident.
Okay, well he still makes the tackle as a user, so that's pretty fun. But I'd rather not commentate the entire game like that. So hopefully it's not his thing. I mean. We want to see the play develop as well, but I understand mistakes do happen, and I'm sure I've done it from time to time too. 3rd and 3. This is a big play by Chuck here. I'm assuming this is going to be 4-down territory the entire way.
Good job, man.
Passing play. Oh, he drops it.
So is Chuck gonna go? For
Unfortunately, did he get a hand on that,
is he gonna
or was
take
that
points?
was that a drop?
Oh, you gotta get
It looked like it hit his wide receiver in the gut, but his wide receiver kind of came off that defensive player, and then he got rocked right after that. So
And there
that
it
was
is,
a
ladies
defense
and
knocked that one
gentlemen.
out.
There
Okay.
it is.
I gotta go for it.
Yeah, you can hear
Gotta go.
Chuck.
You hear Chuck here say he got to go for it.
Gotta go. Yeah, no doubt, man. 28. You're not going to get any progress with a field goal. That puts you at 25. That's still the same. That's still 4. So we have to be able to get something here. 4th and 3. He can do it.
Back on track, no
We've seen him
offense.
pick up big chunks. We
Let's go. I'm happy for
don't know what he's going to come out with, though. I mean, I know he struggled against me in the red zone offense. He threw an interception against me at the end of the
Let's be
first half, I
real, we
believe.
all knew he
And,
was gonna say something.
His other big plays, I believe, were not inside the red zone. So hopefully he has the space here to do
Oh, he got
something.
me.
Oh,
And he does. And it's a first down for Chuck, and he's down to the 5-yard line. And I think we have a lot of ChuckleBerry fans in the chat. Let's see some ChuckleBerry hype in the chat if you're here for Chuck. We want to see this thing get closer here. 28-0 for CazCray. We want to see ChuckleBerry put something on the board. And it looks like he should here, without a doubt.
Yeah, that was a good play coming out. That was a couple slants that takes Kaz's user away to go find one of those slants, and then he hit the halfback angle against the CPU man-to-man right there. So that was a good play to get away from Kaz's
No, you're good.
user.
I'm just playing with
See a lot of safety coverage here by Kaz, and it's
you. Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, knocked out.
incompletion.
That was a good play, though.
Wow, another good play by Florida State's defensive back. So knocked that out right there. Well done by. Kaz is getting helped a little bit here on those knocked out passes, but Chuck's still good. It's 2nd down, 5 yards.
Yeah, still, I mean, five yards to go here. Well, he's going to have 2nd, 3rd, and 4th to work with here. I think he knows for a fact he's in 4-down territory. I think you just try to get this thing closer.
Excuse me, that's where
but-
I work.
What do I
I
know?
didn't know you were. Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, I don't know much either, Thursday, so it's okay.
Good. So, I mean, our match tomorrow should be fun. We should be doing defensive
Punt
plays on
formation?
offense.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Let's go. Good stop.
It looks like the triple option tries to go up the middle, and it's stuffed for 0. It's going to put him at 3rd and 5 on the goal line, I guess. 5 yards to get into the end zone here for ChuckleBerry.
All right, 3rd down. I got 2.
Yeah, that is a good call, John. I love that Chuck has so little emotion. It looks like he's frozen. Chuck is locked down. I think his emotions might be a little beat the way this game is going as of right now. But, yeah, he is locked in for sure. Kaz, as we see, is happy, still has a smile on. It's just tough right now, but I think it can flip it. I believe still.
Yeah. And, I mean, we didn't really touch on this at all, but Chuck's already taken 4 minutes off of this quarter, and he's down 4 scores. So mathematically, he needs to kind of pick that pace up a little bit. Maybe do a little hurry up, or hopefully he doesn't give up. Hopefully he doesn't give up too many first downs. He tries to go with the out route, and it's stopped again. Good defensive play by Kaz. 4th and goal.
Yep, another great play by those backs. Florida State corners and safeties are playing absolutely phenomenal right now for Phenomenal for Kaz. So well done again right there. It's 4th and goal. What kind of play do you have here? Do you run the ball? It's 5 yards. It's 4th and goal. Do you pass it? Do you come shotgun to goal line? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm probably coming out with a passing play because I have a mobile quarterback that I can make something work. I'm probably going to roll out here, try to get the cheese, and try to find something open. But if I don't have a scrambling he goes with the Texas run. That's a touchdown for ChuckleBerry.
Huge play, halfback angle, I think that was, right? Right? That was a well done play by.
Call it the angle. I call it the Texas. I mean, either way, it's the same play. It's just a little zigzag route there by the halfback, and he gets a key touchdown. And this is going to make it a 3-score game.
Chuck on the board. Okay, we've seen Chuck. It almost scrambled out there, but he finished it off. Well done. It's going to be very important here to see Chuck has to stop Kaz. It's going to see if Kaz. This is the first time Kaz has had to take that. Chuck has scored. This is the first time Kaz is getting the ball in the second half. So could he be cold? Could he have the momentum still? I don't know. But Chuck has to play defense. Has to make adjustments. Has to play. This is going to be big, right?
Gets up a big return here, but it's not a touchdown, so that's important. We got to keep this thing 3 scores. Running out of time. Just about 10 minutes left to go in the game. Means he's got to score every 3 minutes.
Yeah. You can't take any. No, he has to score every time he gets the ball. He has to play
Pretty
defense
much.
quick. Has to play offense quick. Yes,
But
we have ChuckleBerry. If you're not following these two guys, go
Yeah.
show them some love, man. These are
Absolutely.
great content creators.
Twitch TV/CazCray and Twitch TV/ChuckleBerry54, I believe it is.
Ooh.
Also,
my goodness.
exclamation point G12, and that's a
he's
big
gonna be
run from
gone.
Kaz.
Oh.
I thought he
Getting
was gonna
another
be
first down here, and he
gone.
just
That
gets
was
chunks
nasty,
against
Crap like
against
that.
this Missouri
go.
defense.
How you can just, like,
Yeah, that was a
That's
pretty good user
was
right
in
there for Kaz.
Ooh! I
know
missed the
Bingham's a
spin
good
move.
player, so he
How did I
can
miss
just-
that?
Yeah, that was nasty.
Okay.
Here we go. It's first down again. Chuck, Kaz moving down the field once again as he did in the end of the second half. So
Another
here
outside
we go.
run, and not bad. Only a 3-yard gain there. This can give him an option, or give him an opportunity to get a stop here. But I mean that is definitely positive thinking here. 2nd and 7 is not like 4th and 2 or something. I mean, he still has a lot of work to do. But I don't know if you saw the graphic pop up, but we do have the big board with
I'm here
Immigs
now,
Wednesdays at
I see you taking
7:45.
that. Yeah,
Does a
thank you.
breakdown
I
of the
appreciate
recruiting
you.
going on inside the G12. That show will be on Wednesday at 7:45 Central.
He's wide open. Let's go.
Looking to pass, and it's Blackman again to Williams, and he gets him down to the 30,
You know, if he had a
almost
little
field
bit
goal
more
range
speed,
again here for
that would've been a
CazCray,
good play.
and big pickup again. As we thought he was going to stick to the run, he opens it up with the pass, and it's wide open.
Especially that big boy. How's
Yeah,
he not-
another one of those, I don't know what you call that, an out route. He's just been killing Chuck all night with that route. That's kind of his go-to right there. It's you heard Kaz even before he threw the ball, just wide open.
Yeah,
It's been there
I think
all
it's
day.
like a post to the outside.
Yeah, post, yeah.
And, he's hit that money every time. See the evasiveness of Blackman. What is that? That's a huge
I see
player.
what-
Jay Williams, is that a lion out there? Who is this?
Oh,
Wow, is that one of those where you have to ask the ref if it's okay I catch the ball, please?
Yeah. What's going on here, ref? Is he eligible? And he even put the little
I'm
juke
Chuck.
on.
If I'm Chuck, I'm asking, is that guy even able to catch?
Yeah, what
That's
is
a
going
legal
on?
formation.
I don't know if you saw the graphic earlier, but it was about even in terms of first downs. It's just that we could see that Florida State is picking up these chunk plays to get them 20, 30 yards, or even the first play of the game was like a 70-yard bomb. So even though the first downs are pretty even, Florida State just getting the better of the yards, and also the turnover helps too.
Yeah, definitely. Kaz is killing Chuck and chunk plays. Absolutely. If he gets them the 2nd and 8 like these, watch the post route again. Coming from under the center. It's been open all night. As we see it right here, here it comes.
Yep. He's posting with B, but he
Down
goes
there.
underneath Halton, and that is almost a first down, 3rd and inches, right where he wants to be. I mean, the first down is probably worse for him in this situation because you could run a little bit more time off the clock, get that quick little first down, and then you have a reset of downs here.
Absolutely, and that's another thing. You see Chuck is using that lineman, and if he's using that linebacker, he might be able to compete with that play more to be able to take that under route out of the way right there.
Yeah, I think it's just a comfort thing. He likes to run with the lineman, and just what we said before, Kaz gets the quick little 2-yard rush, moves the chains again. That's going to give him a new set of 3 or 4.
Every time I see his name, I want to call him
man,
Ladarius.
they got that. We got-
Absolutely, it's Kaz is just moving up the field once again, getting chunk plays, getting the first downs when it's short. He's putting himself in fantastic situations where he doesn't have to stress. He gets like 3 yards on first down, gets like 5 on second down, and then runs it for 2 yards for a first down. It's like what we're seeing here.
Yeah, it's very balanced offense. Even though he has the lead, he's got the 3-score lead, almost going into the 4th quarter here. He's just going to rush with Blackman, and that's another one for Florida State. Well managed. Took about 3 minutes off the clock, and ChuckleBerry's back to where he was.
Yeah, when in doubt, it looks like Florida State just runs with Blackman out of the pocket. We see it again, and Blackman absolutely with the wheels just kills Missouri's offense.
Yeah, a lot of committed.
I mean defense, sorry.
A lot of committed inside there from ChuckleBerry. He likes to rush on the inside, but then Blackman just has a free lane up to the outside. He's got no contain. Well played there by Kaz.
Yeah, it's Kaz is doing whatever he wants. It sucks to say that, but Chuck on the defensive side of the ball, he just can't figure it out against this Florida State offense.
Ooh, breaks a little tackle there, and that's one of his biggest returns, almost up to the 40-yard line. What do we do here? What do we do here, Natty? Do we
It's
turn
about
the
to be going
controller
into the
upside down,
fourth.
rally cap? What are we doing?
I think I'm. Well, you know he scored. I think you just got to stick to what got you. Those quick passes were doing good, and then you open up the middle, and then maybe even take a shot. But it has to be, if it's not there, don't force it. It was good to see that from Chuck on the last drive. So it just took so much time. So maybe some hurry up if he still wants to be in this game. If not, I don't know his mindset. He might just.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that's a ball that fits in where 5 defenders were, and he was the only receiver to get it, and he gets it perfectly. We've seen these glimpses of greatness out of ChuckleBerry. It's just, I don't know. The score line sometimes doesn't reflect what you see, but man, maybe it was the turnover early or the big play given up by him on defense, but it feels like this game could be closer given a few different plays or maybe a couple of different adjustments.
Yeah, I know we've said adjustments about 452,000 times today, but I tell you right now, we have seen spurts of Chuckleberry being great, and if he made those like just lineman adjustments or maybe even user to linebacker, he would be.
His ability
like,
to sit
I think
in
he would be a good player.
Receiver is, yeah. I think he's got to hurry up here, though. I mean, you definitely have one more play that you can run here,
He's clean on that one.
Much respect to Chuck.
but it doesn't
Yeah,
look like
he might
is.
be just.
Yeah, he might just be letting it go.
So out here fighting.
He's gonna run another play. It looks like
Yeah, look, maybe enough time.
maybe
Oh,
he
not
did,
quite.
but he didn't. He decided not to.
In the chat, baby.
Oh, okay.
Get them fours. We gotta finish, man.
As we enter the fourth quarter, Kaz, once again, I think that each guy had the ball once right there in that quarter because Chuckleberry took so much time right there in the third. But Chuck scored, Kaz scored, but Kaz has taken so much more time at a time where he does not need to be wasting time. But, maybe he's thinking, let's just get out of here. We're on the board. Let's just go to look something for next week, trying to develop something. But once again, we see Kaz do what he did the whole game when he did have the opportunity to.
Yeah, and you can see
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Blackman was just tearing it up. I mean, we're looking at the stats now, and man, the guy's on fire. I think a clear-cut player of the game. Yeah, it's really hard to know what's going on inside the mind of Chuck because he is so stone cold at times that it's really hard to get a read of what he's going through. I think he's still a very positive guy, and he definitely trying to show that he can hang with the guys here. And we've seen that at least in this half in particular. If you cut out the first half, you cut out the 28-0, it's still a 7-7 game. So he can compete with us. It's just that maybe he needs a little bit more time on the sticks. I know he took the whole offseason off, and this is his first game since week 2. So maybe a little bit more practice, a little bit more familiarity with the teams and playing online, and he'll be right back in this thing.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Big
play.
Big play. Good read, Chuck. I couldn't do that. That's an interception. If I throw that ball, that's picked off. We've seen it 100 times.
Beautiful play. I mean, I tell you what, Chuck off the field, off the game, it's one of the greatest guys I've ever met and talked to. How much he does for the G12 and the community is actually amazing, how well person he is.
Yeah, and so soft-spoken either. He won't brag about it or nothing. He pretty much just does it for the love of it, man. And he's not looking for people to blow him up or this and that. He just wants to do it to help out the boys, and you got to respect Chuck for that.
Absolutely.
Oh, he almost got
It's a good user right there from Kaz.
That play was a touchdown for sure, but Kaz just barely getting the trip up on him, gets him down to 2nd and goal on the 2.
Yes, if you want to vote for the player of the game, the link right there from Mac is right there. You go to the Twitter page, vote for your player of the game, and you can, guys, that's a good way for you guys to interact with the stream as the G12, because if you've been in here the whole time, you can definitely vote on that. That'd be awesome. We really do appreciate you doing that. It's awesome.
Very abundantly clear. You got to show Chuck love here for coming into
Here we
this
go.
game.
Here we go. Chuck got a score here.
Gamer, that's gonna be a good one too.
Continuing to fight.
Halfback angle.
Ohio State. Oh, came up quick in the middle, and he gets the touchdown. Good read by Chuck. In the face of pressure, he gets the touchdown. Let's go, Chuck.
Big play. He actually flipped that play. I think the guy on the left-hand side did the halfback angle, and the guy on the right did the straight. So that was well done to get away from. I think Kaz wasn't ready for that. Big touchdown for Missouri, and I love it. So 14 points. We know Chuck can score. Chuck's starting to figure it out. It's a little late, but we can see Chuck can score.
Yeah, and big props to him for standing in there. He was facing down pressure. Kaz came in unblocked, and no doubt about it, he just like, swing it to the outside here, and he gets an easy touchdown. And we're seeing a different side of Chuck here in the second half. I know the score is kind of inflated here, but ChuckleBerry is outscoring him here in the second half, and he's got to feel good about that.
Yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to. If he's deciding to just let this one go or not, but that is definitely something to grow off of and look forward to into the next weeks and seeing what plays worked here at the end. So it's huge for Kaz. Chuck. It'd be nice to see him do something here on defense. I would love to see his stop. It would be nice to see a big stop here from Chuck.
Yeah, it looks like he's still coming in that base formation. 4 down. Kaz might try to slow this thing down here and get the running game going, and he does to the outside, and it's just too easy for him. Look at this. He tries to spin back inside, runs out of bounds. Didn't want that, but that's okay. He's still moving the ball pretty easily. 15 for 102, 6.8 average, 1 touchdown. The running back's killing it. The quarterback's killing it. He's just doing well out here. I mean, he's up by 21. He's got full possession of this thing.
Yeah, whatever side Chuck's user's on, Kaz runs away from it.
Yeah, that's a good observation. He just flips the play here, runs away from Chuck. Smart call. And this is going to be a big game for Kaz. Sound the alarm. My man's in the end zone again. 41 he put up here.
How many people
Yeah, and we just talked about it. He flipped the play, ran away from ChuckleBerry, gets up the sideline, beautifully blocked by the wide receiver. The wide receiver on that play, Jesus, he had 2 huge blocks right there to make that happen. So that was a huge play from Kaz. And once again, we see this run game. I mean, maybe the running back's I don't know his name, I forgot, but making a little player of the game. Hey, look at me right there.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if his game plan was to run the timeout, but if it's there, you have to take it. 42-14, he goes up, and ChuckleBerry again just gets up, gets knocked back down, knocked back down, and to the 25. I always get so excited. I look at the thing, and I'm like, this is gone.
Did you see who must have made that tackle? That was that big number 74.
Yeah,
that dude's all over the place.
Player.
I'm gonna have my work cut out.
An athlete, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, kick return. Jesus. Here we go. Come on. Here we go, Chuck. He's got to keep his offense. Whatever he's doing, he has to keep it up. It's working. So he can go back up here. 21 points. That would be awesome to see. I wouldn't slow it down at all. I would just keep going. Just fight for fight here.
Yeah, I think you're kind of looking at your playbook and seeing what you can get away with here and looking forward to next week. I think next week he's got Yofi, so that's not going to be an easy one against the Notre Dame team. Oh, nice play in the coverage, and he gets the catch. Is that a user catch, or was that
I think that was. He waited perfectly to throw that ball.
Yeah.
If you see him just be patient. We haven't seen much. I don't know how much speed Missouri's quarterback has, but I don't think I've seen Chuck run out of the pocket once tonight.
No, he likes to sit in the pocket and just kind of wing it in there.
Guaranteeing anything in the game.
I bet Chuck would be an awesome player to play with Alabama.
He actually dropped that ball. I thought he caught it. My fault. 2nd and 10.
Oh, did he? Oh.
Yeah, it looked like a catch to me. Halfback sweep, and this time it's stuff. I mean, we've seen that be pretty successful for Missouri, but not this time.
Yep, 3rd and 13. It's 41-14. Do you go for it on 4th down right here? If you get into that?
I think all right, so here's the situation. If I'm down 42-14, I miss this 3rd down, I'm punting the ball, and hopefully that's a sign to my opponent, like, hey, You know that conservative mode that you have on your game? Can you just, can we do that and get this thing out of here? Because obviously, almost intercepted.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, if I punt here, I think that's a sign to my opponent that, this game I think is over. So, it looks like Chuck's coming out in punt formation, and maybe we'll get to the end of this thing faster than we thought.
Yeah, I want to pick up on that conservative thing. Last week I did get upset against Baker, and I wish he would have turned on conservative. It felt so bad sitting there. I felt like just soaking it in. It was brutal.
Well, I do have.
I totally went insane mode. But anyways.
But I think for the most part, we don't want to run it unless we know for a fact like this game's over. We don't want to be like cheesing the conservative block. Like with 7 minutes left to go in the game. That doesn't seem fair. But if we're in this kind of situation, it is definitely acceptable to be running conservative.
Yeah, and I think Kaz is a well enough and an all-around guy that I think he knows what this is right here.
Yeah, and you can see he's just coming with a halfback dive up the middle here. He's going to try to chunk these plays, run the timeout, and come up with a big victory here in Missouri. That'll put Kaz likely, I mean, barring some type of miracle here, that's going to put him at 2-1. And probably.
Yep, as we come up. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're fine. I was going to say he's on top of the leaderboards, I think, for that side, but I could be wrong there.
Definitely, as he comes out here and just runs away from Chuck's.
Yep. Good observation.
We got Rocky Top in on Wednesday. I forgot. Rocky Top's playing hardcore on Wednesday. I think that game was at 7 Central or maybe 8 Central. I missed it. Sorry.
There you go. Rocky Top versus hardcore. Tennessee at Penn State, 8:15 Central on Wednesday, February 3rd. That's going to be a very good game. Two very competitive people.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting seeing Rocky Top coming off 3 straight bye weeks to start off the season to play a hardcore that's coming off a huge win.
Yeah, he was a maniac that day. I don't think I've ever seen hardcore that fired up. Even in like the championship game of last year against Baker Vision, I don't think he was as fired up as that game against Yofi. Thursday with Yofi versus
2
Macked
kick
Up.
returns on that.
Notre Dame at Oklahoma State. I'm a big Oklahoma State guy. I'm looking for Macked Up to get that victory against Yofi.
Yeah, after Notre Dame stole Cincinnati's defense coordinator, go Oklahoma State, baby.
You don't have to argue with me about what I don't.
Here we go. 3 minutes left. It looks like Kaz has definitely got the message. So that 42-14. There's definitely plays that Chuck that did well, especially here in the second half, that he's going to be able to carry into the next week. And it's going to be interesting to see how he goes on throughout the season. I know he's going to make adjustments. I know he's a great player. I know he can be great. And I know Missouri is a decent football team. Better football team, especially. I think he's better than Cincinnati, so I think everybody is. But Missouri's good, and I think he can definitely compete. It's going to be interesting to see how Chuck goes. Oh no!
Yeah, that's another one on the board for Kaz, and he's just putting it on Chuck. You hate to see it, but if it's there, you got to take it, man. I mean,
you got to take it.
Just a missed tackle there from ChuckleBerry, and it's another touchdown here for Florida State. It's going to be 49-14, and it's going to be back to the drawing board for Chuck.
Yeah, if that happens like that, it would almost be. I would probably feel more like disrespected if you like ran out of bounds there. If you got it right there, just take it.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes it's better to just, if you got me, you got me. Right.
Facts, without a doubt. We got Baker Vision versus at Clemson coming up this week. I think that was on Thursday. Ohio State versus Clemson, 2 powerhouse conferences. Stoner coming off a big win. Baker coming off a big win versus me. So it's going to be a good game right there, I think.
Yeah, Loki might be game of the week, honestly, between like the skill level of the players and also the skill level of the actual players in the game. I believe that could have potential to be like a 1-score game there at the final.
Absolutely. I absolutely do think that as well. Thank you for the follow, Fordit Foots. Hopefully, I'm terrible at names. But welcome to the G12. Thank you so much for the follow. If you have any questions, man, feel free to ask. Much love for coming in and hanging out, buddy.
Yeah, it looked like Chuck was going to come out there and try to pass. I'm not sure what his game plan is there. Maybe just trying to play, man. Maybe trying different things out to try to move into next week. I'm not sure. I thought we'd see him run the clock out here, but maybe just giving it all your best, man. Why not?
Comes back to that fake screen over the middle play that's worked pretty all right for him this week, but it looks like, this game, but Kaz makes an adjustment right there, and Chuck's gunning out here.
Yeah.
2 minutes left.
I get it.
At the end of the day, I think you're just playing for pride here, and maybe just trying to show that he can do some things. And you got to think that Kaz is going to come out and drop about 17 people back in coverage, so there ain't no way that he's going to get anything to roll here.
Comes back to that screenplay, and it's just swallowed up by Kaz right there.
Yep.
4th and 10. I think you go ahead and punt this ball. I think Kaz knows. I think just get this game out of the way here.
Oh, you're talking about hard.
Yeah, not much to say about this one. I mean, we've kind of blown it up as much as we could. We've seen a little bit of life out of Chuck there in the second half, but not enough to overcome Florida State's offense. Florida State just looked incredible today. I don't know what I would do personally against them. He gave so many different looks between the runs and the passes and the posts and the curls, and just a very hard opponent to stop, regardless if you're playing lineman, safety, or linebacker. Kaz is on his game, and anybody who plays him next has got to watch out.
Absolutely, and like we said in the beginning of this game, Kaz and I would know because I played him first week. This is not the same Kaz that I played in the first week. Like I said plenty of times today, it was skitterish of what he's doing now, and it was there. And I only beat him by a touchdown, and it was a game-winning interception at that. But it looks like Kaz has definitely figured it out, the run and the pass, and it looks like he even figured out some on the defensive side of the ball. So Kaz is definitely in there with the top 5, if not top 3, if not up there, debatable for 1, 2, and 1. So, but he's playing very well football. It's going to be interesting to see if he keeps on this wheel, keeps going right here throughout the year.
Yeah, and it could be just getting familiar with the game again. I know, like him and yourself and myself, we like to go and venture off into other games. I do UFC, and you do your NCAA basketball and baseball and all this, and then all of a sudden you come back, you're like, man, I got a competitive G12 game today, and you just got to flip your script, and you're like, man, I'm used to running the box of 1 out here. Now all of a sudden I got to switch up and go like triple option. It's not going to work. I mean, maybe he's getting more familiar with the competitiveness and finding his groove here in the G12.
Absolutely. I know Kaz does play a lot of old school Madden. So it's I think he's been playing a lot more NCAA though, with the weeks that have been coming up. I've been seeing him a lot playing NCAA, and I think that, like you said, it's definitely helping him like get back into the groove and figuring out the playbooks and doing all that, animations and seeing all that. So yeah, that looks like that's going to end up our game right here. Florida State 49, Missouri 14. It had some highlights from both guys. Kaz dominated the entire 4 quarters. I don't think maybe it's going to be interesting to see Chuck's third down conversion percentage. It's going to also be stiffer. I don't know if Chuck stopped him on offense.
I don't believe so, man. I didn't see a punt. I didn't see a turnover, so I don't know. Not from what I can remember, honestly.
Welcome in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that G12 game. We're going to be having Kaz in here soon to have an interview so we can ask him a couple of questions like that. But yeah, Thrizzy, Kaz played phenomenal on both sides of the ball. Like we said, I don't think Chuck stopped him once on the game on offense. So Chuck did have some highlights, though, with those last few plays that he did run on his possessions. If you're Chuck here, I don't know. What do you go into the next week? What are you changing that's different? What are you thinking? What is your mindset? How do you deal with this?
You have to reevaluate your team, honestly. I mean, you've come out now 2 weeks in the G12 and haven't really gotten much going on. So maybe you just flip the script completely. Like you, when you were having struggles with the triple option, you thought, well, maybe now I have to go to something else. Maybe he has to do the same thing. Maybe just go like run heavy. It's something to get you moving the ball. I don't know what it is for him, but the formation that he's in and the spread, maybe he just needs to switch a playbook and get something else rolling here.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of guys play a lot of offline dynasties, and we do these bunch of rebuilds and stuff like this. And we have like averagey teams, like I play with Cincinnati, or averagey teams like Missouri. We can get away with running these spreading out and running these Oregon playbooks and stuff like that. And when you get into the G12, it's a whole different game. Your guys aren't better than, like, if you're playing like Ohio State or you're playing maybe Florida State or Clemson. Your guys can't hold those blocks as long as they do it in the online dynasties. So sometimes I notice with me, especially making those adjustments, like you said, with the playbooks, and I'm still struggling with it myself. It's definitely has something to do with you mentally and coming out and playing. You have to figure it out. It's something new. So,
yeah, it's hard to tell because every person's different in the way that we run things. Because I was exposed last time against Stoner, and he's like, my man likes to run the linebacker a lot. And I'm like, hey, let's chill out with that. And so with Chuck, obviously we've seen that he likes to do defensive end. I think he's got to make that adjustment and try something different there, whether it be a safety or a linebacker. You got to give yourself an opportunity to make plays on different sides of the ball. You can't just be like rushing in and then getting just curled out by the quarterback. You're putting yourself in so much danger that way by giving the quarterback so much space that you have to be able to use a linebacker or a safety, I think.
Absolutely. I completely agree. And Arius Prodigy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. We just ended our game against Kaz and his Florida State Seminoles beating Missouri 41-14. So welcome in. Thank you for the follow. And D's Diabetes subscribing tier 1 for 7 months on our 7-month streak. D's absolute legend in the community. So thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
Kaz is here.
Okay.
Hello, gentlemen. What's going on?
How you doing, buddy?
How are you, Kaz?
I'm feeling real good right now, y'all.
Go ahead, Thursday. Go ahead.
Oh, you're gonna have me start this off? I don't know what I'm doing here. Kaz, what'd you see defensively from ChuckleBerry? Because it seemed like you weren't stopped a single time. It looked like you had your way with him through posts, through running the ball, through curls, through inside routes, outside routes, whatever you wanted to do. Was there something specific you saw from him that made you so successful today?
I mean, I feel like after that first play, like, honestly, I feel like I really got lucky because he had a safety back there, but then my receiver just got behind him and was able to get into the end zone. I feel like after that, just like my mix between like just like going from ace to I formation to shotgun, just mixing runs and passes the entire game really just frustrated him. I feel like the variance really just kind of got to him a bit, and in the end, I just feel like the offense really surprised me. Like the way like I was moving the ball surprised even me this week.
Absolutely. That offense was gunslinging. Kaz, again, congratulations on the win, buddy. Going into this game, did you have expectations? Like, did you even think that it was going to be like this, or did you expect it to be like this? I mean, what were you thinking coming into this game? Did you have any idea that it was going to be like this?
I mean, realistically, I don't really look at anybody in this league as like an easy game. Like there are no easy games in the G12. Every last one of us can pose a threat to any of the rest of us from a week-to-week basis. So I wasn't taking Chuck lightly. That was like one thing I kept saying, like, I'm not going to take Chuck lightly. Even when I was up 21-0, I was like, crazier things have happened in this game. People have seen me blow leads in like different games. Maybe not necessarily. I mean, in NCAA too. Like people have seen me blow leads before. So I can't I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, like I'm going to, like, I'm just going to walk here and get the dub. I did watch Thursday's game, obviously, against Chuck. That was like Chuck's only game so far this year. And I did see a few things that I felt like I could exploit, and I kind of just did what I could to exploit those. And I feel like the run game was amazing today. So, I mean, that always helps.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if anybody knows anything about blowing leads, it's me. I've had 2 of them now in my losses. 14 points that I've given up in the second half to lose games. So I definitely know what you mean by keep putting the score on there. Make sure you get the victory. I mean, you can worry about all that other stuff later. Were you surprised at the way he came out in the second half? It looked like he was starting to get a little bit of momentum, move the ball really well to start the third quarter, and then you came back and scored, and he came back and scored. I mean, at that point, we're kind of almost out of time, but it looked like he was showing a little bit something there that if he were able to get a stop, were you a little bit worried that maybe he could come back and win this thing?
I wouldn't say like worried would be the word, but it's like I knew he was going to come out into the second half, and I knew that like he was going to keep on fighting. And that's what I was telling the Chuck. I was like, I love the fact that Chuck, like, no matter how like big the deficit was, he was still putting up a fight. He was still grinding out. So it's like a lot of like Chuck. I have respect for Chuck regardless, but it's like I gained even more just seeing him like just move the ball down the field in the second half, because like there are so many people, like I even said this during the stream, like there were so many people who would fold in that situation, but Chuck just kept fighting. Much respect to him on that note.
Absolutely. Chuck definitely did bounce there. He did good. He did show a pretty solid second half. Defensive side of the ball, he struggled stopping you. I mean, well, entire game, you had an answer for anything that he threw at you. You ran away from his user on the D line. I know you've seen that because you did it. You killed that. Your post routes were beautiful. You couldn't stop that. It's going into going into these weeks, guys. It's going to be interesting. How do you feel? Like, are you gonna do you think you can like go into these rest of these as people start noticing these things about you, and that's for anybody. Do you have plays like that you're saving, or do you have plays that you haven't even shown yet that you feel confidence in it? You know, if you get into a pickle and you need some new plays, just wondering. I was just wondering.
Well, without revealing my hand too much, I do have a few things here and there, and there are a few things that I could that I'm kind of just keeping in my back pocket until the time is right. But yeah, I feel like all of us have like a few things that we're hiding from the rest of us for the most part. But
Absolutely.
yeah, like I do have a few things up my sleeve. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but you know,
I was just trying to squeak a little bit out. Okay.
You already played him. What are you trying to get information for? What are you talking about?
I'm doing side bets,
Like
okay?
you're saying, because I still got to play him yet. But
Yeah.
regardless, yeah, this one really not too much to talk about. It was a dominant performance. Congratulations. So with that being said, I think it's probably a good time to look forward to like next week. And I don't know if you had a chance, but your next game is
I know. Oh yeah.
State. So any thoughts? Hardcore. He looked pretty good last week.
Well, I have a huge opportunity ahead of me. I look at this not as like a task. This is an opportunity to really get my name out there. Obviously, he has a tough matchup with Rocky Top this week. But, I mean, if he's able to beat Rocky Top, I mean, I'm not going to make any guarantees about, I'm going to beat Hardcore, blah, blah, blah. But he's going to have a fight in his hands. That's all I can really say. He's going to have a fight in his hands next week. Like, I'm not going to go lightly or nothing like that. It's going to be a good game, I feel like. But what an opportunity I have next week to take on Hardcore and possibly have a chance to give him his first L.
Yeah,
like,
you got Hardcore coming up, and then you got Stoner. So you do definitely have a big situations coming up where you can definitely put your name out there. And you heard it here first at G12. Cass said he's going to beat Hardcore by 30. So,
wait.
But no, I'm just kidding, Cass. Congratulations on your win, buddy. It was dominant. You played phenomenal on both sides of the ball. It was beautifully done, man. And all props to you. Seriously. Are you going to be stay streaming for a little bit?
Yeah, I got one more game I got to play for my Madden 12 series, so gonna hop on that.
Perfect. I think we'll let you get back to your stream, man. Again, congratulations. It was phenomenal. You dominated.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
All right, G12 Network, Thrizzy. Any last things you want to say about today's week?
Yeah, I'm going to beat you tomorrow by a lot because the Miami Hurricanes are coming into Ohio to take out Nasty Natty Gaming and his community. Man, my boys are fired up. I got D-Bog Nasty, Hated Greatness. You don't know anything about my boys. We're coming in there. We're taking the win. We're going 2-2. We're putting you back down to where you belong, back to 1-3. Get out of here, Nasty.
You know what, Thrizzy? You're not going to disrespect my Bearcats right here on the G12 Network because we're going to come out fast, high-rolling, Rolex wearing, fast paced playing. Okay, Thrizzy, you got nerves to call me out right here in the Miami Hurricane. But anyways, it's gonna be definitely fun. It really is.
Oh yeah, man! I can't wait, man. Obviously, we're both friends and we're just kind of talking trash, so don't take any of this seriously if you don't know us. But very excited for tomorrow, 7:00 Central Time. You can find it at Nasty Natty Gaming or at Thrizzy, or if you want to hear commentary and watch people break it down, Twitch TV/G12 Network. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Okay. Did they hear that, or should we?
No.
Okay. So we're going to be going to MacDub. He's doing a coach's show right now, and then after that, he'll be transferring to another streamer. So big shout out to MacDub and his Oklahoma State Cowboys, and he's going to be doing his coach's show to break down his week 4 matchup against Yofi?
Yes, Yofi Notre Dame.
Yep.
So thank you, G12 Network, for hanging out with us all night. Another beautiful game. Thank you so much for showing up again. You guys are absolutely amazing. The NCAA community is top of the line, and I can't stress that enough. I know Thrizzy knows, and that's why we give you guys all of our time and effort. And anytime you guys need to talk to us, we got a million Discords. You can come to us. It was a beautiful time, Thrizzy, as always. I love you, buddy. Seriously, anytime we want to do this again, call me.
Great time, man. Anytime.
Definitely. G12, take it easy. Be safe. We love you. Let's get it, Mac.
How do you do this?